Hi, I'm Scott and welcome to the Modest Millionaire. Today we're going to be talking about Social Security. And we know the highest percentage of Americans take Social Security at age 62. But a millionaire thinks about Social Security differently. They don't think about trying to get the most from Social Security. They think about maximizing their overall wealth. And again, that's all part of the mindset of the Modest Millionaire. And so when you think about Social Security, I don't want you to just think about getting it as early as possible and maximizing the total dollars that you're going to get from Social Security. I want you to think about how you can maximize your total wealth over your lifetime. And there's a couple key variables that we always talk about with our clients. Number one, longevity, right? If we knew the day you were going to pass away, it'd be a pretty easy mathematical calculation of how do we maximize your benefits. But it's the great unknown, right? And so we want to run some different stress tests with longevity. What happens if we live, till 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100? And we know more Americans are living to 100 than ever before. And so again, we want to talk about longevity and how that could impact our financial plan. We also want to talk about spousal benefits. If you're married, there's a lot of different strategies of how do we maximize the benefits between you and your spouse. And we have some great tools that can analyze that. And then taxes. Taxes are going to continue to rear their ugly head. Let's talk about tax strategies. And then your ideal standard of living. What does that look like? And we know the money's got to come from somewhere. If we wait to take Social Security, maybe we're pulling a little more from our investments. And is it better to withdraw that money from our investment account or our Social Security account? We'll help talk about that. And we know that every year that we wait to take Social Security, it grows between 5 and 8% a year. So those benefits can definitely accumulate and build over time. And then the last thing we want to talk about is risks. Hey, we keep hearing on the news that there's risk to Social Security. It might not even be around in 10 years. Well, we'll talk about the true facts of that, and we'll stress test it, right? What happens if there's a 20% reduction, 25% reduction, and how does that impact your Social Security strategy? So again, that's how millionaires think about Social Security. It's all about the mindset of maximizing your total wealth. And there's a couple key variables that go into that decision. And as always, we're here. Reach out if you ever have any questions. But again, we wanted to share the common thoughts of millionaires and the mindset of millionaires for claiming Social Security. Take care. Please subscribe and follow us. And as I always like to say, dream big dreams and stay curious.